Good morning, grade 4s. Today we are going to talk about change. Now this is probably one of the handiest things we're going to talk about in the next little while, especially because this is something you probably use on a daily basis, especially if you go shopping a lot. Whenever you go shopping to spend things, oftentimes you don't give exact money to what the person wants. So you need to know how to get change back, and you need to know whether or not people are giving you the right change back too, so that everything is fair. So that is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how we can give proper change and some easy tips and tricks to make sure that our change is correct. My biggest hint for change is start with small numbers and round those numbers. Bring them up to really nice numbers. So numbers ending in 5 and 0 are great, but the nicest numbers are the numbers ending in 25, 50, 75, and $1 because those are all the quarter amounts. That's when you can use quarters really, really easily. So that's what we like to do. So let's go through an example. Let's say we go to the store. We want to buy a chocolate bar. That chocolate bar costs $2.05. We don't have $2.05 exactly, so we give the cashier $3. There we go. And we now need change for that $3. So what the cashier has to do is they're going to take that money and then they're going to calculate how much money you need back, how much extra money you gave them. So what they do is they start with the amount that they have. They start with the $2.05. That's the amount you were supposed to pay. And then we're going to add things on until we eventually get up to $3, which is what we gave. So once again, we want to try to round to nice numbers. So the best one to get to is the 25 because that's the closest to 5 cents. So we're going to go to 25. Now what did we have to add to get from 5 cents to 25 cents? Well, we had to add 20 cents. And what coin do we use for 20 cents? I'd use dimes because dimes come in 10 cents. So we have one 10-cent dime, two 10-cent dimes to get to 20 cents. So I'm going to say 2 dimes. We added 20 cents onto that. So now that we're at $2.25, how do we get to $3? Well, 50, 75, $1. We can go up by quarters now because they're nice numbers. So now I'm going to think, how many quarters did I have to add onto that? 50, 75, $1 more, that is 3 quarters. So I had to add 3 quarters onto that as well. So that means that my change is 20 cents and 75 cents, or 2 dimes, and 3 quarters. So the cashier would come back and they give me 2 dimes and 3 quarters to go along with that. Now, still a little bit complicated, I'm sure. We're going to do it again, and we're just going to show you how to properly add change for the rest of these problems and how to do that properly. So remember, we always want to start with small amounts and round them to nice numbers. The nicer, the better. So here we go. Next time, our candy bar is only 99 cents, and we only have a $5 bill to give. So we need to find change for $5. So first, we want to round to a nice number. If we have 99 cents, we want to get that to $1, because $1 is a nice number. What did we have to add to get from 99 cents to $1? We had to add 1 penny. So a penny is part of our change. And then we still need to get to $5. So how many more dollars do I have to add on to get to $5? I have to add $4 more on. Now in the States, that would be $4 bills. In Canada, that could be 4 loonies or 2 toonies. But because our book is in the States, we are going to go with the States numbers. So we say $4 bills. And there we go. So all the change you need for that one is just 1 penny and $4 bills. Now, I am doing the problems right from your book, and your job is to figure out which ones they've added the change correctly for and which ones they've added the change incorrectly for. So take a quick look in your book and compare those two to the ways they did it in the book and see which ones are done right, which ones are done wrong. Okay, let's keep going. Next, we want to buy something that's $3.16, and we gave $4. So to get our change back, we want to get it to a nice number. So first of all, let's get it to a number ending in 0. 320. So that's up a little bit, and we had to add 4 cents or 4 pennies to that. Now where do we go from there? We want to get that to one of these nice numbers, 25, 50, 75, $1. Those are our nice ones. So to get 20 to one of those numbers, we have to add 5 cents. We get 3.25. And to get from there to there, a 5 cents is a nickel. So 1 nickel is needed. And then we need to get to $4 still. So 25, 50, or sorry, we have 25 already. So 50, 75, another $1, that's 3 more quarters. So the change I need is 4 pennies, 1 nickel, 3 quarters. There we go. And finally, we have this last one here. We spent $2.79. We gave a $10 bill. My goodness, that is a big amount. And we need to find change for that. So let's give it a go. We want to bring them to nice numbers. First of all, let's bring it to a number ending in 0 or 5. So 280 is the closest one. And to get from 79 to 80, we added 1 penny. Next, we want to bring it to one of those nice numbers, 25, 50, 75, $1. 80 is bigger than 75, so we have to bring it to the dollar. So that gives us $3. 80 cents to $3 means we need to make up 20 cents or 2 dimes worth, because each dime is worth 10 cents. There we go. So now we're at $3. We still need to get to $5. So we don't have a coin for a $7 bill. That's just not a thing. So we have to be strategic here. We do have a $5 bill. So if we can get this to $5, we can pay the other $5 with a $5 bill. So that's $2 bills, or 2 loonies if we're Canadian. So now we're at $5. To get back up, we need one $5 bill. And now that brings me to $10. There we go. That is the way we can do change. Now there is another way to do change for those of you who look at that and are like, that scares me. That is a weird way to do things. The only thing with this way is it requires a bit more writing and actual math skills versus the estimating and the quick way we're doing it here. It just takes a little bit more thought. So if you want to find change the long way, I'm going to do one example with that. Find change the long way. The first thing we have to do is we have to figure out how much change we have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the amount that I gave and minus the amount that I spent. Have to do some fancy borrowing work here, but there we go. Or sorry, that becomes 10. So 10 minus 9 gives me 1. 9 minus 7 gives me 2. 9 minus 2 gives me 7. And so now I just need to transfer that into proper change. So the 1, that's going to be 1 penny. The 20 cents is going to be 2 dimes, because each dime is worth 10 cents. And then the $7, we just have to break that up as well. We have our $5 bill, and then we have $2 left over. So it's the same things, it's just done a little bit differently. If you're having some trouble with this way, you might want to try it this way, but this is the way it will be written in the books a lot of the time, so if you can, I would try to learn that one first. Now, just a reminder, if you've forgotten the values of each of these coins that we have the penny, which is worth 1 cent. We have the dime, that's worth 10 cents. We have the nickel, that is worth 5 cents. We have the quarter, worth 25 cents. And then we have our dollar, or loonie, worth $1. And because we're working with an American textbook, the next would be the $5 bill. Even though we have a toonie, we'll stick to the bills for now because that is what the book is going to require you to do. So I hope that's helpful. It will take a while to get used to, but for now we've done those examples. In your textbook, you just need to figure out which ones are right. So I wish you the best with that, and goodbye.